Hey, good morning to you. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Dose. Right here, this is Mark Avens. I'm also the creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. It's a online coaching program designed for moms and dads, busy moms and dads who are looking to lose weight and keep it off. Not just lose the weight, but keep it off without long workouts and impossible diets. Now, today I wanted to talk to you about what you love to do and how to do it longer. So that's today's topic. How to do what you love to do for longer. And while we jump into a new week and a new month, it's June 1st. It's crazy to consider that it's already the 6th month of the year. I know lots been going on, lots of ups and downs, lots of struggles and conflicts, and there's so much going on. But I wanted to share with you just going into a new month. You may be even looking back at last month. You may be looking back at May and wow, it was a struggle for a lot of different reasons. And regardless, the good thing is it's in the past. It's behind you. Put it behind you. Looking forward, looking ahead. Today's a new day. It's a new week, a new month. Awesome. Another June, right? Crazy to think. So how do you do what you love to do and how to do it longer? The key is foundation. The key is to build the proper foundation. It's absolutely crucial. So this can be related to anything. We're going to talk about fitness and how to build the proper foundation because it's truly the thing that's going to last. I'm living in a house we bought in 2000. Just to give you kind of a little side note, we're in a house that we bought in 2002. It's the first house that I've ever bought, the only house that I've only owned, and it was built in the 50s and 58, I think, 57, 58. And it was built near the beach, concrete block, literally like solid concrete block, cinder blocks, and then they put rebar in the cinder blocks, and then they put poured concrete in there. And when we did some renovations, we found out really truly how well built it was made. And you see some houses now that aren't too well built, right? So why I say that is because it's lasted, right? It's lasted. This house has been a good house. It's provided for shelter and a roof over for our head for my family and for the family before that and for what now? We're looking at 60 something years. This house has been built, and it's really sad to see some of the really solid old school houses that are torn down these days. But that's just the reality. People want new and fresh and new, right? But how do you do what you love to do longer? Now listen, why do you build a foundation in the first place? Think about this. Let's just kind of forget the fitness part for a moment. With anything, why do you build a foundation? Well, to keep it secure, right? To hold it in place like a house, to hold it down, to make sure that it doesn't go away in any kind of storm. And actually the Bible, there's a scripture in the Bible, and I wrote it down, Luke 6, 47, 49. And you think of in regards to our faith, and I'll just briefly touch on that. And regardless if you have faith or not, this actually has truth when it comes to, as being Christians, if those of you who are Christian listening right now, the foundation, having a strong, firm foundation in faith will definitely help you through, especially in times like now that we're living in, which are just crazy times. But listen, Luke 6, 47, 49, everyone who comes to me and hears my word and does them, I will show you what he is like. He is like a man building a house who dug deep and laid the foundation on the rock, right? You think of anything stronger like a rock, to build a foundation on rock, which is crazy. And when the flood arose, the stream broke against the house and could not shake it. It stood firm on that foundation because it had been well built. But the one who hears and does not do them is like a man who built a house on the ground without a foundation. When the stream broke against it, it immediately fell, and it fell, and ruin of that house was great. So in other words, the house just fell apart and washed away, right? So it's the same thing with regards to anything, right? Whether it be your faith, whether it be your fitness. Listen, if you're planning to have a healthy, firm foundation, right, in your own personal health, how are you doing that? Like, what are you doing? Quick fixes is not a firm foundation. An extreme diet is not a firm foundation. Doing some kind of hardcore workout is not a firm foundation unless you've built up to, let's say, that hard workout, right? Not to say the hard workouts aren't important. In fact, I touched on that the other day. But my question to you is, how is your foundation right now? Do you have a good, strong foundation? Or do you have like a bad, or you could just say weak foundation? And let's just say, why do you want a good foundation with regards to health? Well, let's just talk about like real life stuff. what does a good foundation in health do for you? Let's just say you play sports. If you have a good firm foundation in your health, a good foundation in your body and your mechanics and being strong and flexible and mobile, all those good things, is you can play sports. You can do them better and you can play them longer. In fact, check this out. I went yesterday. My wife was out of town. I went on the beach for a run with a dog. 47 years old. I'm not even really a runner, but we went for about a 3-mile run, came back, grabbed the paddleboard. The water was beautiful. We went out. I took the paddleboard, carried it down to the beach, went out for about an hour, caught some waves on the paddleboard and surfed, and it was fun. Like it was things I enjoy to do, and I want to do those longer. And why was I able to do it, and why am I able to do it now and hopefully able to do it longer? Because there's a firm foundation. Does that make sense? So here's another one, playing with your kids, doing fun things with your kids, going out and enjoying a bike ride, maybe exercising with your kids, maybe surfing, maybe going for a paddleboard, maybe going for a run. There's a good foundation. When you have a crappy or a bad foundation, chances are you're not going to be able to do that, or your health is just not in check. Fun vacations. Now, I know maybe a lot of you aren't on vacation right now, and typically this is the time of year a lot of you do go away, myself and our family included. And I could say vacations are just more fun when you're able to do the things that you love to do. Now, maybe you're not an active person and this message may not be for you. If you just if for you sitting around on the couch and watching Netflix and being kind of just lazy, that's cool. That's your deal. But I'm saying if you enjoy doing active, fun things and you want to say do some fun things with your family, it helps to have a firm foundation. Let's just talk about outside of doing active things, just having confidence in your body, with your own body image, how you look when you look at yourself in the mirror, how you look when you put a bathing suit on. Hey, let's peel back the curtains, and I will only touch on this a bit for those of you who are married. Here's the reality. When you have a firm foundation in your health, there's a firm foundation in your relationship, physically speaking, or the potential for one to be. As you get older, the more physically fit you are and the better foundation you have, it just is better. And I'm going to hold it right there as far as what I'm talking about in the bedroom. And let's just talk sex, right? It's just better when you have a firm foundation and you're in better shape. It's just a reality. And then let's just say longevity. Now, like doing the things you love to do and do them longer. Well, I like being alive, and I want to be alive as long as I possibly can, right? Now, if my health is good. Now, if I'm not healthy and not well and something's sick, then I don't know how I'm going to cross that road when I come to it. But I'm going to do my part to do what I love to do, and that's being present and being alive, right? Being woke and being awake requires just taking good care of myself. At least that's for me. So like bad foundation. Now, just like if you have a crummy foundation, like let's just say a house, if this house is crappy and a hurricane came or a flood came, it just like we talked about in the Bible and Luke 6:47 and 49, it would wash away, it would fall to ruins and fall in pieces and get washed away without a firm foundation, right? So just think about it. Injuries, playing with, not only will you maybe not be able to play sports longer as you get older, you're going to have injuries. They're just going to come up. And don't get me wrong, there's still a possibility of having injuries if you have a good foundation, right? You're like, oh, I play hard and I just have injuries from playing hard. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about if you just have a crappy foundation, your health is in not really the best shape and you're still trying to play sports, chances are you're going to get injured. Let's just talk about vacations, not, being able to do as fun of things on vacations with your kids, playing with your kids, going for bike rides, maybe going for walks, going, surfing, skating, whatever it is that you enjoy doing with your kids, maybe going for a run, doing a swim, whatever that looks like. And then let's just say if your foundation is poor in your health, where is that going to go with your confidence levels and your body image and how you look and feel? Maybe not even wanting to put on a bathing suit, maybe not even wanting to go down to the beach, and you may live right around the corner from the beach, right? And you're just deathly afraid. There's a lack of confidence there. And I would say that's partly due to a foundation. So, okay, Mark, you're telling me that I need a foundation. Well, how do you go about it? Now, listen, Mark, I haven't had a good foundation for the past 20 years. How do I go about doing that? Well, you learn where your weak links are. The easiest thing, the lowest hanging fruit, have you heard of that before? The easiest thing to attack your foundation is to find out where your weak links are. You always talk about like the weakest, you're only as strong, this is a phrase I'm sure you've heard about, you're only as strong as your weakest link, right? So you could maybe on the outside feel like, oh, well, I work out hard, Mark, but I'm not getting good results. Maybe it's your foundation. Mark, I'm eating all the right foods, but I still feel like squishy and jello-y and stuff. And, you know, I even eat, like, I'm vegetarian and I eat whole foods, but my body is soft. Why? Well, maybe it's your workout foundation. Maybe you have a crappy workout foundation. Well, how do you go about improving that? Well, you get somebody to help you. You find who's been doing it with people, or who's been helping others, or who is doing it the right way, and you learn from them. That's the key. Mentorship is key. Coaching is key. Why I do what I do with the clients that I work with is because it works. It truly works. And even for me, here's the thing, and I know my coaching clients know, is that they're like, Mark, you're getting better. Things are improving. Your program is getting better. Why is that happening? Well, because I'm building a better foundation. How am I doing that? I'm getting help from somebody that already has done it. That's truly the key. So how do you build right now? How to build, if I were to give you some practical steps on how to build a firm foundation right now. If your foundation sucks, like if you knew that if you maybe got caught with coronavirus, God forbid, right? None of that stuff. And we're kind of moving on already, right? So let's just say that you're getting older, right? And you have aches and pains. Well, if you have a foundation that's strong, a firm foundation, and you've built a healthy foundation, chances are you're going to be better off. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be healthy. You're going to be ward off things like injuries and not being able to do the things that you want to do for longer, right? Does that make sense? So my tip for you is, if you don't currently, if you maybe you're in your 40s or your 50s, maybe even in your 60s, and you're like, man, I used to have a good foundation back in my 20s. And now I just feel like it's just kind of falling apart. My body's got all kinds of jacked up injuries, and I'm overweight. I had 30 pounds that I didn't have on there 10 years ago. I'm giving up. I look terrible. I can't bear to look at myself in the mirror. You know, all those types of things. The good news is that you don't have to stay there. The good news is that even if your foundation has been crappy, you can rebuild your foundation. And I just wanted to let you know on a physical standpoint, but I don't know what that looks like on other standpoints, relationships and finances and your house. Like, again, I'm not a builder like a contractor, but I am, so to speak, when it comes to your physical health. Is I've learned how to help people rebuild their foundations. And if you need help, reach out to me, send me a message. We can hop on a call. I got a fresh new calendar. It's June. I have some open spots if you want to get on and see if we're a good fit. And here's the deal. I might not be the best mentor for you, the best coach to help you rebuild or reestablish your foundation so you can continue doing the things that you want to do for longer, or maybe the things you haven't been able to do, to actually get you back to the point so you can do them again. Wouldn't that be awesome? And if that's the case, I would love to help, or at least point you in the direction. So tell you what, I'm going to post a link below. All you do is there we go. You got to fill out an application. And once you, it's cutting out. I'm going to get off of here. Take care. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you later. Reach out, share this with a friend, give you some thumbs up, high fives. Take care and God bless. We'll see you.